Hi, I'm Alex Archbold, and I've been buying and selling antiques since I was 9 years old. From basements to scrapyards, I'll look just about anywhere I can to find lost antiques and collectibles. And sometimes I'll go big and buy everything. I never know what's going to happen or who I'm going to meet. This is our life, this is our adventure, and this is Curiosity Inc.
I'm home, honey.
Hey everybody, and welcome to today's episode. Well, this week is going to be a very busy one because for those of you watching, decided to move the store as more of a social media and online presence, and we're getting rid of the storefront, which means we have a ton of stuff to auction off. Now, I've been clearing out this space for the ice cream folks to start moving into, but there's still a lot of stuff left on the shelves that has to be moved over and inventoried on the other side. Plus, the auction house is going to be showing up here today to put lot numbers on things and start taking photographs. And the sooner they do that, the better, because that means that the folks at home, such as yourselves, can actually log in and start to see some of the items that are going up for sale. One of the other sort of side projects I've had going on, is emptying out stuff in general. But we have, there's still a ton of stuff in the store that has to go. But there was also something in the garage out back that had to go. The old wagon. I started to move the station wagon out of the garage and it had no brakes. I just had the brakes done just before winter, so the brakes are all brand new. So I don't know what happened there. Maybe the master cylinder failed, something happened. So I'm waiting for a tow truck to get the station wagon hauled out of here. That'll be one big thing moved out of the way anyhow. It's a cool looking vehicle for sure. But I'm looking forward mostly today to having them come by and start getting all of our goodies here all sorted and organized and photographed so that it can all go. I do have concerns about the time frame. Potentially, if the building does sell, the new owners want to have the space for May 31st. As of today, it is April 10th when I'm filming this. That doesn't really give me a whole lot of time to get everything moved out of here. Thus, the auction sale and the mad panic to move stuff out. So I'm going to be keeping myself busy today while they work back here. And when Taylor and Josh show up, I'll introduce you guys. I am inventorying albums because these are not going through this auction. We're actually doing a whole different auction just for all the records we have. So every single one of the 33s and all the more collector 45s will be going through that sale. They all have to get boxed up, organized, and taken into the auction house for a future sale where everything will go unreserved. But it's better, to do that in a separate sale, because when you've got 600 or 700 albums, that's a whole auction sale on its own. And we don't want to flood the antique sale, but the antique sale will have the turntables and the amplifiers, and it will have the tube guitar amps, the old concert posters that are up top there, and a lot of these guitars are going as well. The only one that I'm kind of keeping back is that Gretsch New Yorker, because I really enjoy playing it. But there's going to be Stratocasters, banjos, this crazy double neck guitar. All this stuff is going through the sale from the music end of it. Plus, I moved the showcase back in here with all the indigenous art, all the soapstone statues. So all of these will be photographed and sold off at auction this go around. The auction crew has arrived. We've got the famous Taylor, and we got her cohort Josh here.
Hello.
And between the two of these lovely folks, you guys have helped me out with a lot of my sales.
Oh, of course. Yeah,
Like-
I think you and I have history going back the last 4 years.
4 years, yeah,
think.
absolutely.
Yeah, the first one wasn't Mary, was it?
Well, Mary's auction was one of the big
One of
first
the big
ones for sure.
One of the big ones.
Yeah, and then now we're doing another big sale with all this stuff.
All the good stuff.
Yeah.
End of an era, you said.
That's
End of an
right.
era.
Yeah, you guys will have a lot of work cut out for you. So we got a workstation set up. Josh is going to be working off of the 1700s secretary desk.
Lucky man.
Lucky man. And yeah, I guess what is the process? You guys have to put inventory numbers on it, or?
Well, Alex did the majority of the work already, so everything does have an inventory tag on it.
That's true.
So we're just going through and we're putting it in lot sequence.
And
so
photographing
we'll know,
today too, or?
I think we're probably going to get most of the inventorying done today.
Okay.
And then photoing throughout the rest of the week.
Okay. Well, sounds like fun. I'm gonna leave you guys to it. I'm gonna go back up and work on the auction sale.
Bye.
They continue to work in the back there. I have pretty much finished up getting the record sale more or less inventoried. So all these records from Hendrix to the Doors to Tim Hardin and Stan Getz and all this other stuff is going to be a whole different sale. But I got that pretty much all done. Feel a little bit bad for them in there because while they're in there, one bag, like one little box of things, is almost 100 lots all on its own. That's the thing with dealing with small antiques, which we have plenty of, is that it doesn't take long to have hundreds and hundreds of things. So they're going to be at it for a while. I think potentially all week long, getting this, because they have to tag it, inventory it, and then they have to take pictures of it. This is going to be a long process. We are just days away from having everything photographed and inventoried for the big auction sale. And we're also only about a week or so away from having the store closed down. Now, lots changed since the first part of this video to now. As it looks right now, I will probably still be retaining ownership of the building itself. I thought I had to be out of here in May, but I kind of decided I'd rather keep the building and just rent it out. So there's a good possibility that my store will be converted into a coffee shop of some sort and the ice cream shop on the other side. More to come on that. But what that means is that all the stock that I've been hanging on to for the last little while, like the oven mitts and things like that, soap and candles and all my new stock, it's time for me to start really letting that stuff loose and find a new home for it. It's been an operable store this whole time with lots of products still for sale as people have been coming through. But with only about 2 weeks left of business, it's time for me to do a sale. So all of the product that is not going through the antique sale this go around, such as the teas and jams and honey and, you know, fudge and hand soaps and things of that nature, are all going to go on for 50% off until the end of the month. And we'll really just see if we can thin stuff out a bit, and whatever is left over we'll ship off through auction. Taylor and Josh have showed up today. It's Easter Monday for those of you watching at home and wondering what is happening around here on Easter Monday. They are photographing. You have, what, about 1,000 lots left to go?
Just around there.
Around 1,000 lots left. But the good news is that all of this stuff, all of the collectibles and everything that's going through the sale, which is close to 1,500 items, will be live, I think, later today. So if you're watching and you're curious to know, you know, maybe what's going through the sale, or maybe there's some things that you saw and you thought they were really cool, that is going to be your chance to bid on some stuff. So yeah, thank you guys very much for coming in on the long weekend here. Did you at least get to do, like, I don't know, what do you do, chicken or turkey or?
We did potluck.
Potluck?
Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Josh, and so I guess you're part of that same situation. So yeah, okay. So yeah, they've got the light box set up. The magic is happening. We'll let these guys continue to work. I'll be up front if you need anything, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, so while they finish up in the back with photographs and then work their way forward, I've got to figure out how to do this. I've cleared entire hoarder houses with way more stuff than this in it in less time, so I'm sure that I could figure out how to empty my own store. And for those of you that are watching at home, I actually feel good about this. I feel good that I've decided not to sell the building, and that we're going to be leasing it out. It's going to provide a steady source of income for Melissa and I for years to come. But also, it's potentially for a very good cause, and we'll talk more about that later once we get things sorted through. I'm going to now take some pictures, get the sale advertised, and with any luck, this store will be very much thinned out by the end of the month, and then I'll have about a month or so to kind of get the rest of it moved out to either our new house or to the auction house to sell off. So lots of work ahead for me. But hopefully by the end of this video, we'll have a link that I can put on the end of it so you can see what all is going through. But this has been years of collecting for me, years of buying the coolest, strangest, and neat things I could find. And I'm still going to continue to do it. It'll just be more through auction or online from this point forward. But I hopefully won't have to have thousands and thousands of items surrounding me at all times. It'll be a lot more easy to manage and hopefully give me a lot more free time. Update. The sale is going well. I took a minute to film right now because everybody's cleared out of the store temporarily, but I'm not even normally open today. It's a Monday. I'm normally closed on Monday, but I put on my Instagram, my social media that we were doing a sale and that I was here today. And the shop has actually been very, very busy. We've probably sold close to like $1,000 worth of stuff, which is fantastic because everything out the door is great. I've only got a couple weeks to clear things out. And I noticed that Lucas from the auction house showed up. I'm going to go back there and check and see what he's up to. And there's Lucas. What are you up to?
Snooping, getting all the highlights, making sure we got all the big stuff cataloged and figured out so we know what the big push has got to be for this next week here.
Right, because you kind of put teaser ads and send stuff out to people.
Yeah, just sending people emails and little tidbits and kind of just, tantalizing.
Right, so if somebody was like, you know what, I need a slot machine, you could be like, hey, there's one right there.
Yeah, or a big gun.
Or a big, yeah, there are some rifles, antique firearms, toys. This is going to be quite an eclectic mix at this auction.
Oh no, this is just going to be like banana sandwich. There's cameras, there's like there's like old antiques. I noticed you got a silver tone back there from the 50s.
Yeah.
Like big fan of that. Like, yeah, we're pretty well all over the map on this one, which is...
It'll be a good sale. I mean, if somebody is looking for, either toy trains or 50s battery operated toys in the boxes or this massive Tamiya tank, I think it's safe to say there's going to be something for everybody at this sale.
Yeah, pretty well. I mean, if you got a sword that goes back to like Christ time, that's usually the indication it's going to be eclectic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Eclectic for sure. So you're just basically getting inventory numbers written down so you know what to highlight for pictures?
Yeah, what all the big stuff is, and then put that together, start getting it out to people, and yeah, Bob's your uncle.
Bob, is he? I've never met. Maybe I have an Uncle Bob.
Father's brother, exactly.
Wow. That wouldn't surprise me. If you knew my family, mystery relatives would not be a surprise at this point. Well, thanks for all that you do, Lucas.
Oh, thanks for having me. This is always just a bloody treat to go through. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're having as much fun. It's the funniest thing on a day like this when you're gearing up to close your business and getting ready for an auction. I drove my old truck that's out there, and by driving that old truck, a lady lived about a block away. She had the exact same truck back in the 70s, hasn't owned it since 81. But she happened to have brand new old stock running boards for it in her garage, so she brought them by the shop and I bought them off her. You never know by hanging out in the shop what's going to happen, from gearing up for an auction sale to getting random running boards for my truck, which now I guess that'll be a project to get those put on. But either way, it was a really busy day. The auction can be found at kauctions.ca. The auction ends April 30th and May 1st. It's a 2-day sale where the majority of the high-end antiques and collectibles and all kinds of cool stuff are going through. If you're looking for records, that will be a separate sale happening in the middle of May. So check the same auction site, kauctions.ca, and look for the big record sale that should be happening then as well. Well, lots to do, lots to see. I hope you'll check it out. It's going to be a great sale with a lot of the very best things that I found over the last 6 years on the show. So they will ship, I think, pretty much anywhere in the world. And if you're local, you can just come pick up here at the shop. Pick it up with me and Bill and whoever else is going to be here. But have a wonderful day, guys. Thanks for watching today's episode. We'll see you all soon. Bye for now.